Do you have them all? Do you have them
Oh,
queued
they're
up already?
they're live now, bro. We're live. We're live and nichified all over YouTube country and Facebook country and all the Indian countries and across the four sacred socials.
Who? What are the four sacred socials?
Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, and soon to be coming, it's going to be 5 sacred socials because we can't forget about Spotify.
Spotify. Boom.
So it's the
Well, done, Sikakio, and welcome to Thursday Night Live with Tricksters Comedy. How's it going, fellas?
good. I was just talking to myself. I got these. I just noticed I went like this on my arm, and I got these. They're called Sweet Dream patches, and the old lady puts them on me every night to go to sleep. So I
Transdermal.
Yeah, and it
ED.
has like valerian root and fucking all sorts of
Yeah.
It's just
And
transdermal.
these things will stick on you forever. I just realized I went like this on my
He
arm.
put like 3 of them on. I thought this makes my crusty elbows moisturized.
Why is your skin all rashy?
My weenus. You're the one who told me that's what it's called, Corey. I never heard that before, and you told us, what, 25 years ago? I was only like 3, and you were already 40.
I was going to say that. I don't even know if I was born.
Get out of here. Quit playing with your weenus. What?
So speaking of weenuses, did you guys hear about Vince McMahon and what's going on over there? There's rumors and some allegations of trafficking from an ex-employee of WWE, an office employee that was sort of an entrance level admin personnel, and apparently, yeah.
What type of trafficking? Like the guy's a billionaire.
Like he was using his influence and authority to he would he would collaborate, and she had to go hook up with other dudes in the company, is what it sounded like.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
That's what she's saying. Yeah,
it's total sex trafficking. And
what was that show before? There was it was like that. It was that advertising show, Mad Men. They kind of did that with the women.
Oh, okay,
on Mad Men, back in the old school type of advertising type of thing.
It's just kind of along that whole vibe of Cat Williams and P Diddy and all the stuff that's going on. But this is huge that's going on in the wrestling world right now. So a lot of my peers and colleagues are paying attention to what's going on over there, because those are pretty big developments.
Oh yeah, I heard about that, and actually, like, that was just totally giving me P Diddy vibes. And like, you know how like P Diddy actually settled out of court for, like, some say $20 million with his ex that he totally just abused, like just atrocious things that he did to that woman. And then allegedly, right? Because we have to say that because he settled out of court, right? Because he settled out of court. We all know that like, there's been rumors for years, right? So 4 more people came forward. 4 more people came forward on P Diddy with the exact same thing. And when I was reading about Vince McMahon, this was the same vibe. This is the same vibe as P Diddy, like just atrocious things that he did to these people, right?
Right.
Well,
Yeah.
allegedly did.
Yeah. Yes. Of course. This is all alleged, and it sounds like as they go right into the court documents that there are several names listed, like more than just two. Um,
Yeah.
so it'll be interesting to see, and mostly kind of like office and management sort of positions. I don't really hear anything about talent, except there was one big reference. They didn't say who it was, but they did say that it had to do with a former UFC champion.
Oh, really?
Oh
Yeah,
wow.
yeah. So
Where
you
did
may
you
as well.
read that? Because I didn't read that.
Yeah. That was
What?
all over. Yeah, it was
Really?
all over the interwebs today, man.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I said
Yeah.
I actually I did an interview with Ballsy today for Sports Cage, and we were talking about the Netflix sale, WWE Raw going to
Hmm.
Netflix, and the Rock Johnson, Dwayne the Rock Johnson getting his name and becoming board of directors and stuff. And after we were done that interview, like this whole thing came up after the fact, so it was like an afternoon thing.
Mhm.
But once word hit the net, man, it was all over the place.
This
Oh.
almost kind of makes me wonder if this was like, was this a setup? Was this like, did Vince know that something like this was coming, so he sold it? You know what I mean?
Could
Oh
very
yeah.
well,
Could
could
be.
very well have been, or yeah, or maybe he was even
Right,
told. You know,
right, right,
Mm.
yeah,
right. Or yeah, maybe he was being told. Maybe maybe they knew this for months, and he's like, "Oh, I got to get the hell out of here," right? And then entered into the deal to sell WWE.
yeah, or yeah. He just knew that he had to, because it doesn't sound like he wanted to ever leave the helm.
Yeah,
With with the sale, then it kind of was thought to be that he'd be out of the picture, but then he ended up coming right back in, which
yeah.
no surprise to me whatsoever. But now with this, and with someone like Dwayne the Rock Johnson, he's with his brand, he's probably the being associated. Being
Yeah,
associated, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It kind of tarnishes your brand, right?
dude
I don't
just
know.
spent like multi millions of dollars to try to get his brand back, only for like the very like literally the very next day to be
Yeah,
to have this. It's like
yeah,
wah
man.
wah wah.
Yeah. So, anyways,
I think
that's
he's
what's
doing all
going on.
right though. I think his
Oh yeah,
mortgage will
I'm
be paid
sure.
next month.
Oh yeah, I'm sure he'll
Uh,
be fine for the rest of his life. He might live till he's 100.
Yeah,
yeah.
I've heard rumors that that's the thing. He's trying to live as long as he can, doesn't want, and he's healthy too, right? Like
yeah,
he's been
yeah.
around for a long
Yeah,
time,
and
man.
we tried to get The Rock on the show, so we reached out to his people. His people still have yet
that
yet
was
to
that was
confirm with us.
that wasn't the Rock. That was Asani.
Yep. Ask me, Johnson.
Asani.
Yeah.
He lives in
Hey,
North
ask me.
Central.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
He's from Muskeg Lake, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know how he ended up over here, shacked up after Regina Powell, like everybody else.
He's just trolling with the snagging blanket over his shoulder, just going.
Yeah.
I mean, well, you'll see Regina Powell, right? Regina Powell every year in the springtime
Yeah. Well,
meltdown.
it's the same thing with like GSP, right? Have you noticed GSP's been going to like all these indigenous
He's been on the
communities? Isn't
reserve.
that
Yeah,
yeah,
just
Yeah,
isn't that
last
kind of
week.
cool?
he's doing the northern tour that I was on last year almost. Well, I went to all those communities. Like he was in, I believe,
Yeah.
what's it called? It used to be called Cross Lake.
Yeah, I forget
I
what it's
can't
called.
remember. Someone
Yeah,
remember
yeah.
what it is. There's a Cree name
Yeah, I
for
know
it.
what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah, he was there, and did you see that at one of them? He went and did an ice plunge, like into the
Yeah.
lake.
Yeah, I saw
Yeah.
that. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, that's pretty
yeah. Because
cool. I think
I've been I've been following him on Insta for as long as I've been on Insta, so it was kind of neat. It's like, holy smokes, he's in fucking Saskatchewan. This
3
is
days.
and he was over here. He was over here. Never mind. He came out to
Cody's.
Campsack. Yeah.
Yeah,
Cody's.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was out in Cody's and
He's got
whole bunch of
the sign behind him.
yeah, there was a whole bunch of selfies coming out of that and
Oh
all
yeah,
kinds
for
of
sure.
things are like, and next thing you know, there's memes out there talking about, hey, Chief at Kautsalaka, we can't get that.
Yeah.
Actually came up in a meeting, you know what I mean? Where it's like, how do we get GSP? We need you. Okay.
Yeah, for sure. But it's good though. It's good to get him out there, and I think that
Oh yeah, yeah.
UFC is still like he's got enough name value with UFC being as huge as it is that there's a great opportunity there to provide some role model leadership for the youth. Right,
Oh,
right on the right.
definitely,
Totally.
Yeah,
And
definitely,
they're
definitely.
still
love it.
talking of him coming back. Like
Mhm.
he's still
Serious.
fit. Oh yeah, they're still talking him coming back. So there's rumblings
Really?
in the UFC that he will. The thing is that the guy never like when he got out of professional fighting, he kept on training. Like he hasn't stopped. So he could like he's ready to fight in like 2 weeks. Yeah, if he had to, he got called in, something like that. Yeah, they want to do their
Yeah.
camps and so on and so forth. But the guy is still as sharp as he ever was. And that's what they're
Right.
saying. It's like, dude, you didn't lose anything. Like, be
Didn't
great
he
if we
like
brought you back for a big fight.
yeah,
Yeah.
like but didn't he like seriously bust up his leg?
No,
If-
that was a different one. I thought.
That
That was
was
somebody else.
what's his name when he got his leg
Jones.
kick and shattered.
Oh yeah,
But
yeah,
no,
yeah.
it wasn't
Yeah.
GSP. He had some other leg injuries, but nothing that was like serious. As far as I understand, again, I'm no expert. I'm no fight commentator, to say the least.
Right. Right.
I'm a big fan, but apparently he's fit and ready to go. So that's why they keep approaching him. Well, how about this? How about this? How about this?
Of course.
And
Yeah.
yeah, and he's saying no, but he's not closing the door. So
Right.
That that would be kind of cool to see him come back because like he was always a cool dude. Like I actually liked watching him fight because he plays the good guy so well.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
totally.
Yes,
Yeah.
100%. Like you never ever see him, turn his back on the crowd or
Oh,
do anything
oh,
to reveal that
oh.
he's a bad person. Now let's transition. That's a good segue over to something else that's happening in the States. What's going on with the election? It looks like Trump has got some
Oh,
steam
Trump's
already.
taking it. Trump's
It
taking
looks
it.
like it right off the bat. That first one, it's like it just started, right?
Make America great. Make America great again, MAGA. You know what? I tried
F
to
that,
get.
F that. We're not talking politics. We don't talk politics here. Let's leave politics out of this
Okay, no, we
talk.
won't talk the actual politics, but the fact that that's where a lot of eyes are looking right now, and it's a pretty big thing, right?
Well,
Yeah.
on something that's kind of related but not. Tucker Carlson is in Edmonton right now,
Doing
and
what?
he's speaking, and
Oh, just
he basically
He's at a KKK rally.
they invited him up there, and just to speak on it because he's bringing up the whole because recently with Trudeau, like with the whole thing that the court judgment, the fact that the War Measures Act that he brought in was unconstitutional, so on and so forth. So he came up to speak on that. So, but it's kind of interesting that Tucker Carlson, who some have said might be Trump's running mate in Edmonton.
I'm just gonna say this
I
right
think
now.
that's kinda
F
cool.
Tucker, get the hell out of Canada. Go back to where you come from. Don't be trying to speak on our ish up here. Just leave our ish alone. Go back and look after your hemorrhoid of a party down south.
Yeah,
That's all
yeah,
I'm
no,
gonna say. All I'm gonna
can't
say.
say, and I can't say either way in terms because I try and keep myself in the safe zone. But what I can do is I could probably join in a little bit on the Trudeau side
And
of
But
it's
I'm
that.
neutral.
well,
I'm neutral.
But
it's interesting.
but I'm neutral. Yeah, but I can but I can cheer when there's a little bit of criticism towards the guy in there right now.
Oh, guys, have you heard about the Green Party? Look, man, there's some big news coming out of.
What are they, Martian?
Kidding, kidding.
What's interesting though,
Yeah.
and we've always done this before, and it's always kind of been this way before. Like if you look at sitcoms or anything else, they always have the psychological id, ego, and superego. And like with Corey and I, we've always been very opposite, but we still love each
Yeah.
other at the end of the day. Yeah, we have different views, whatever else. And then we always had someone else that was kind of in the middle ground type of thing, right? So it's kind of it's an interesting dynamic. But the thing is that you know what, we can have separate views. It doesn't mean I don't love you. Doesn't mean I don't want the best for you, right? And that's how it should be. It shouldn't be,
I
divided
100%. See, and this is why I love you like a brother, man. We may not agree on 99% of things, but in this day and age where there's so much polarization when it comes to politics, there's such extreme polarization. And it's not just polarization in politics. Like one of the things that I'm seeing now is a lot of people just crapping on influencers and crapping on indigenous influencers. And you know what? Quit your whining, get off Facebook, do what you do. But here's the thing, right? Is that there's so much polarizing happening in all sectors right now, especially with politics, that there's room for everybody. And when did it stop? Just like let's share ideas. We may not agree on everything, but at least we can sit and have a dialogue like adults, right?
Yeah, you know why I can
Yeah.
talk about it? Because I can talk about it easily and have no problems because I have no interest vested. I'm a spectator, bro. I come
Yeah,
from
yeah,
my teachers. My
yeah,
teachers, they kind of brought up from in a way thinking, that I don't.
yeah,
I'm a spectator of that,
Mhm.
if you know what I
Mhm.
mean.
yeah, yeah,
I don't vote in a lot of elections. That there's some that I always vote in, and
yeah.
those are generally like the Star Blanket Nation elections.
Mhm.
But admitted, like I'm still aware of all the issues,
Yeah.
and I've heard it for years and years of all my friends. Like, listen, man, you're gonna have to vote. If you don't vote, then you don't get this complaint.
Oh, the
Yeah,
world's gonna
yeah,
end. It's
yeah,
like,
yeah,
nah.
yeah. But
Nah.
but okay, so I'll tell you. Okay, well, I'm starting to get to that point where, okay, well, maybe I'll open my mind to it. But I have opinions on what's going on, and I can voice my opinion and have an opinion and watch it all because, like I said, I'm just a spectator.
Yeah. And I just prefer not to have politics and comedy. You know what I mean? Like it's like
Yeah.
yeah, you can go down that route. It's such an easy route to go down. Politics,
Yeah,
religion, and there's a third one I forget what it is, but
Fart
politics,
jokes.
religion.
Fart jokes. It's too easy.
Hey, hey, I
Politics,
think I
religion, and
got
fart jokes. It's too easy.
yeah,
Challenge yourself.
politics politics and religion, man. They're so easy. They're such easy targets. like
Yeah.
like you don't need to go down there, you know what I mean?
yeah,
Like,
yeah, for
people
sure.
believe what they believe, let them believe what they believe.
Yeah,
Just
but the
let them
issues,
live, man.
yeah, but
Yeah, and then
the issues where they touch socially,
yeah, 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 yeah,
then we can have some
yeah,
opinion on that, right?
yeah, yeah.
What's this say? You're gonna vote yes for cows and plows to you? Where at Poundmaker or what?
Cows ain't what plows, pigs and digs. That's what
Pigs and
I was
digs.
I was told that the folks up north call it pigs and digs.
That's a
Okay,
new
let's
one. I
okay,
haven't
okay,
heard
okay.
that.
Okay, hold on. Let's be
I
careful now. We got friends that are counselors and chiefs, and I know that when we tell these jokes that we read that because we read them on Facebook, and sometimes we laugh and we like them, and but when we bring it up, sometimes we don't want to offend any of our folks that are really actually dealing with this. Then you have to deal with your band members, and I understand there's a lot of emotion that takes
oh, there.
place at those
True
band
that.
meetings, and we
True
don't
that.
mean to make fun of that or belittle it. So we'll certainly navigate through that the best we can, but there's all sorts of stuff
Well,
all
you
over
know what?
about that right now.
I will say that I do mean to make fun of it, but I do not mean to belittle it. I mean
Right,
to make fun of it. So
right.
I'm gonna make fun of. I'm gonna tease the hell out of you. Like the other day, I went to lunch with a friend, right? And this friend was all, "Oh, this and that," And I'm used to being the guy that pays, right? So I'm paying and whatever, right? I don't mind at all. If you're my bro, that's a non-issue. You know what I mean? If you're my buddy, that's a non-issue. I'll pay whatever. It's a non-issue with me. So I went out for lunch with a friend.
I'll remember that.
She got her cows and plows, right?
Ooh,
Yeah, so she's like, "Oh, you know what? Don't worry about this time. I'll pay." And
yeah.
I was like, "Oh, you're acting all extra fancy with the cows and plows, hey?"
Tipping, just giving a tip.
Yeah, just acting rich.
Yeah,
Just
I
don't
love
act
it.
better than me.
Yeah.
By the
You're
way,
always
Corey,
act.
let's go for lunch tomorrow.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, let's go to Juliana's. We're gonna go to Juliana's. Big shout out
Oh,
to Juliana's Pizza. We love
yes.
Oh,
your
they got great
place.
sauce.
I've been going there for years, and anytime if they were to go on my Instagram or my Facebook, they'll see all sorts of their works of art of pizza all over there. And if you want to donate, I would certainly continue plugging them no matter what, because it's definitely
Oh,
the best pizza place in Regina, and it's been here since forever.
Their
dude.
sauce is the bomb.
They're so
Sauce is
good.
When,
outstanding. Yeah.
oh man, when I first got back to social media, got back on Facebook, one of the first things I seen was your pizza post, and I'm like, holy
Right?
shit, does that ever look good?
I
Where's
know.
that?
I know.
Juliana's, and I'm like, hey, bro, I'm in the city. Let's go for lunch. Oh
Yes.
man, that
It's the
pizza
thing,
was
man. People make
so
fun of
good.
Regina. People make fun of Regina because we're hillbillies and we're out in the middle of nowhere and we're farmers and whatever it is, right? But hey, we got the best pizza. Nobody's got pizza. You
The
when you were
best.
in Edmonton, tell me where you can get pizza like this in Edmonton.
100%
Nowhere.
agree. I lived there for over a year. I could tell you right now, Edmonton pizza soggy. It's gonna
Yeah,
fall apart. It just
yeah.
and it's just spilling with grease and
You never
that's
hear
considered
anybody talk
their
about a good
best
pizza.
pizza.
You never hear anybody talk about a good pizza in Edmonton because they've never had any. Cat, sorry, I'm all cat now. Oh, come on, cat.
Well,
Still got that cat vibe.
they at one point they opened in Calgary when I was living there. They had a pizza joint. It was like Saskatchewan style pizza. It was that was
What?
kind of the yeah, and it was like
Yeah.
and so I go there. And it's like no, that's not it. You didn't get
No,
it.
that's for the people because remember back then that was the thing. You graduate from Regina or Moose Jaw or
Yeah,
Swift
And you
Current
yeah,
moved.
yeah.
or wherever, and you go to Calgary
Yeah,
and you make it. And is it Calgary or is it Calgary?
Calgary.
Right?
Calgary,
Yes,
Calgary,
yes, it's
Yeah,
Calgary. It's
yeah,
not
Calgary.
yeah,
Calgary. It's
yeah.
Calgary.
I lived there long enough to know that it's Calgary and not
Oh, you got
Calgary.
oh yeah, Mr. Oil and
Yeah.
Gas,
Gotta
Mr.
go to
Fancy
Calgary.
Downtown
Gotta go to
Calgary.
Calgary.
Well,
Wow, I bet
actually,
you
no.
must have been
I
deadly.
moved there when I was in the army.
Serious?
Yeah, because I got posted there.
Oh,
So I
okay.
lived there for 10 years when I was in when I was in the military, and stayed there for a little bit
Nice.
afterwards.
Nice. I
Yeah.
was gonna say for what you do now though, like if you were in a corporate spot
Oh yeah.
in downtown Calgary, that would be the life, man. I love downtown Calgary. Like
It it
the
it it was better before COVID. Let me put it that way, because I go down there a lot.
oh yeah,
It was actually kind of interesting, and this isn't a brag or anything else, because I it's just freaking work. It's not a big deal. But I got an email 2 weeks ago from the airline that I use that I was in
yeah,
the top 1% of all travelers for the entire
yeah.
airline, and it was
Nice.
like, and they said the most traveled place was Calgary. And it was like, well, yeah, because I'm there like 2-3 times a
Yeah, for
month,
work.
everything,
Hey.
right? So,
Wow.
but I'm glad to say now my role kind of changed, so I'll be home more now, and you know what? That's why I'm on this podcast right now,
So yeah, because you
because I
actually have time to do some
yeah,
stuff other than travel and get to your hotel room.
And you know
exactly.
what? And to that, I say, can you hear that?
No.
No,
No. Oh, oh,
I was wondering what you did. Did you fart?
bro.
you
Hope you
built it
didn't
up
squirt
really
yourself.
good, but there's nothing there.
He's got a squirt.
No.
He's got a Hershey squirt in his gitch right now. Hold on, hold on.
Oh, it's the horns. Oh, oh. Our production value just went down. My sound
That's
effects
okay.
isn't working.
That's okay.
Oh,
We
yeah,
got this awesome screen in the background of our thing there.
Just
totally.
really anticlimactic. And to that, I say,
Hey,
just nothing.
speaking of
Hey,
always on the
Joseph.
road, Joe
Oh,
always
sorry.
on the road. This guy.
It was a silent one. That's what they called you in jail. Yeah.
He's in Saskatoon. Magabi na he's in Saskatoon and he's having noodle soup. Always going for noodles. This guy.
Oh, you know what's really good in Saskatoon? That's really slept on. So my late dad, right? We would drive back and forth from like Regina to Edmonton,
Yeah,
and when we'd be
same.
driving, there's this little Chinese food place, a little hole in the wall, right by the Earls there with the big parrot. It's called Ming's
With the big
Chinese food.
parrot.
Oh,
Yeah,
I've
yeah,
been
yeah,
there.
yeah.
I've been there. I've been to the Earls,
Yeah,
then I've been to Ming's. Yeah, yeah.
and
Nice.
the lemon shrimp there is so ridiculously. It's greasy as hell, but it's so ridiculously good, man.
Everybody
So
talks
if
about Ming's.
so, Joe, if you're in Saskatoon, order from Ming's. It's
He's
a little
back.
hole in the wall. Order from Ming's. Oh, you're back.
What about Saigon? Everybody likes Saigon over there too, right?
Oh, I haven't been there.
I've
I,
never been there.
I hear good
Do
things
you know
about it,
that
but
that
I wouldn't know
Earls?
because I never go there. I never go there. I have to go to the Fuddruckers, and it used to be Bonanza.
Yeah, right across the street.
Mm,
So what were we gonna say about the Earls?
the Earls in Saskatoon is the last Earls because every Earls used to have the big parrots, right?
Yeah.
And they got rid of all the parrots, but for whatever reason, the Saskatoon Earls franchise was the only one allowed to keep the big parrot, and that's
Wow.
the only
What
one.
weird branding, hey?
Yeah, and everyone
Yeah.
knows it. It's the Earls with the big parrot,
Don't
right?
say bread, say Earls.
Yeah,
In
totally.
Saskatoon,
Also,
that's the
yeah,
big
yeah,
sign, right?
yeah,
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 yeah.
yeah. Oh man, that sign's been there since far back as I can remember. Saigon 2 is deadly. Saigon
And
1 or what? Saigon 2.
Saigon, yes, it's
the
deadly.
craziest name
Mm,
for a
I gotta
restaurant
try it
though
out. Yeah.
is Moose Jaw. The great food too, phenomenal food is Knits
The great what?
Cafe. It they
Knits?
got Knits food, Knits Cafe. It's
Knits
like
Cafe.
Knits Cafe. The goofiest name ever because all I can think
Bro,
is
you're triggering
lice,
me, bro.
right? Because knits are also
Yeah,
a
yeah, yeah.
name for lice, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But
Yeah.
Knits Cafe, it's right beside where you go to the tunnels of Moose Jaw for the tours and everything else. But they got outstanding Thai food. And
Nice.
every time I go to Moose Jaw, I try to go there. It's not
You're
that I go there very often, but
yeah.
Yeah.
it's good.
You're the one that actually introduced me to Thai food. Remember, like years and years ago.
Really?
Yeah, I had no idea about what like vermicelli noodle bowls were or anything like that.
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh hey, come with me to we went to where the hell did we go that time? We went somewhere.
Probably
Thai
Thai
Garden, I
Garden.
think it was. I think it
Yeah,
was Thai
probably
Garden
Thai
that
Garden. Yeah.
the old brass lantern, right?
Yeah,
We
yeah.
went
The old
there.
brass lantern.
Yeah, and you're like, oh,
It still has
oh,
the
bro, you gotta
glass with the brass lantern stuff on
brass
it still.
lantern, and then it
Nice.
has like the Egyptian sculpture in the front, and you're like, what the hell is this? It's so mismatched and such a dive, dude.
And no
And the door
bonanza in
handle,
Moose Jaw.
the old bands in Moose Jaw. Man, when was I there last? I think 20 years ago.
Well,
It
it's
was
shut down
after.
now. You can't.
Oh, is
You
it shut
can't.
down now?
It's
Oh,
got yeah.
okay.
There's no bonanza in Saskatchewan, but there's a sign on the
That's still
highway,
there.
like kind of around Davidson or somewhere, between that
Oh,
Saskatoon.
okay. Yeah.
There's a sign that says bonanza, and
Yeah.
it gets you all psyched. It gets you all psyched up, but of course, there's
Yeah.
nothing there, so it's
No.
big
Yeah.
disappointment.
Well, the door handle at Thai Garden I'll always like take my shirt down a little bit to open the door and not touch it.
I do that all over the place, man. It's the life of a germaphobe. Do that all
Yeah,
base just to or use your,
use your
slide your
elbow. Yeah,
forearm through there or something like that. KFC Weyburn, Joe was talking about. Hey, they still they're the
That's
only one that has a
the temple.
buffet, right?
That's the only one in like North America that's left that has a buffet. That's the
Yeah,
temple. People
I didn't
make
even know they
sacred
had that.
pilgrimages to the KFC. People
yeah. So
make
we should.
oh, I remember a little while ago, dude. There there was a bro of mine who's
Let's go
watching.
live.
Aaron, if you're watching, remember when you what's her face? He's like, oh, just tell him take him to KFC. And I'm like, so then she's like talking to me, and then she's like, "Hey, you want to go to KFC?" And I'm like,
Yeah.
"What? Do you want to go to the KFC buffet in Weyburn?" I'm like, "Okay, first of all, I don't know you like that." Just kidding. I was like, "Wait, what?" It was so out of left field, and I'm like, nah. And then they're like, "Oh, Aaron said that you really like KFC." I'm like, "Ah, Sif, that's the guy that's like calling me. Oh, hey man, we got to go to Weyburn, bro. We got to go
Yeah.
to Weyburn because like
It's
I went there one time and I took a selfie and I sent it to him. I'm like,
an
hey,
hour.
oh, look where I'm at, right? There's literally, but I'll tell you when you're there, it's a KFC. Hey, yeah, man, that's you, Aaron. You're sitting there laughing about it, and meanwhile, it's you. You're like, "Hey, bro,
It's not even an hour away, man.
let's go to KFC." So we hop in the car, take off to KFC because he just had to have it, right? And then now he's telling people that it was me.
Look at this idea. Look at this idea.
I
This would be awesome.
ordered
But I ain't gonna say no.
I ordered KFC like I don't know a few weeks ago, and I have once in a while, once a week. No, just kidding. But I ordered it, and I don't know who chopped up that chicken, but there was like it was like half a wing and a beak and mixed in there, and like they didn't chop up the chicken right. So there's all these
Oh,
weird
really?
bones and all this other. I'm like,
Yeah.
what's going on, man? This isn't
Yeah.
cool.
I rarely get it, man. It's all if it's time for because I eat the same thing all the time. But I when I go to something, it's always pizza, man. because the main meals every day. I get the egg whites and oatmeal in every day, and I get the chicken and rice in every day, and so that's fine. And that rotates like year round, man. So
Yeah.
it's okay to eat
Mhm.
pizzas like 2 times a week if need be.
Yeah.
Joe, I absolutely agree. I think we need to go there. And Joe, you need to come along, bro.
Yeah,
You
I
need to
can
come
drive.
along, bro. You know, it's we definitely have to go there. Let's bring the mic. You know, I'll bring my whole arm. I'm sure they won't mind if I set it up and say, hey, you know, we're just gonna live stream from here. I'll bring the ring light and everything like that. You know,
And I'll bring mine.
bring your red light, put it in the back. You know,
hey! Are we getting close to that time for the throwback video of the week?
let's do
Oh,
it.
heck yeah.
Let's do it.
All
So
right,
just a
ladies
little
and gentlemen.
context to this one.
Yes,
This
give a
one
little context.
is already on YouTube. It's already on TikTok. It's on Instagram. It's on all of our social medias. And the audio is going to go up on Spotify pretty quick. So be sure that you check those things out, and I'll let you know when Spotify is ready. But it's called Hype Indian and the Government Robots.
Here on Throwback Thursday.
Nietzsche. Dunk. Yeah, Indian in the house. Yeah. Hop in and go rolling into the office. Now, hop in. It's about to show you how to do some proper crunches. You put your feet up on the wall like that, right? You do that. And now we're going to do some power Hype Indian crunches. 1, 2, 3. Hype Indian's so deadly, I only need to ever do 3. Now watch this. Hype Indian's gonna shift himself up with his head. Can't lose Hype Indian hat. We're gonna flip over.
You got to be in peak
Start doing push-up.
physical
1,
performance to do that.
2.
As you can see,
Maybe put a
I
little
am
bit
in
of clap in
peak
there.
top
A little bit
physical
of dance, you
performance.
know what I'm saying?
That I'm
A little bit of
breaking
clap,
the
a little bit
laws of
dance
gravity.
As you keep going in. Those are called Hype Indian push-ups. Woo-hoo, watch that. Ooh. Yeah, check that out. Now Hype
Core
Indian.
strength.
Hype Indian is about to defy a little bit of gravity here. All right.
We interrupt this program for a special message from the government. Hello, Tansy. Just let you know that I've just been elected to the role of Minister of Native Aboriginal First Nations Indigenous Affairs. And I would just like to say how proud I am to be here.
Great. A Mooniao minister. And this guy's supposed to represent us in Parliament?
Now, today is a historic day in history as we have important issues facing Indian or Aboriginal or First Nations peoples.
Oh man, he still doesn't know what to call us. And isn't every day a historic day in history? Like, really?
Our government has practiced a federalism of openness based on respect for the jurisdictions of each level of government through provincial autonomy. This is why we're able to live in a country where even one day one of my brown brothers here can become prime minister. If it can happen in the United States, it can happen here.
Is he talking about Obama? That guy's black.
Now, I handpicked my assistants you see here based on better understanding of the Native, Aboriginal, First Nations people. Indians to the layperson. My Metis
Love it.
bodyguard here has recently taught me how to jig.
Metis. Métis. I have no idea how many times I corrected you on that. And you know what? Pulling you out of a strip bar because you can barely stand in Calgary does not constitute the Red River jig.
For the time he helped me bag my first moose.
By moose, he means Martha. Yeah, she's got big lips and knobby knees, but she's no moose.
Friends, today is a new Canada, a Canada where we can open up the possibilities of change.
Yeah, how we talk about all the time you have to change your drawers before and after every speaking engagement.
And I would also like to take this time to apologize.
Didn't we already hear an apology? What is this guy sorry for this time?
I want to apologize to my brown brothers here for not apologizing sooner about the apology. Apologies.
Is he talking about the...
No, he's probably talking about all the times he calls us names behind our back.
What? You can hear my inner monologue?
I don't know, bro. I think it's a Nietzsche thing.
Friends, thank you for your time. As you can see by my own assistance of Metis and Crow.
Cree. It's Cree.
Why did we ever take this job?
Well, that's simple. It's because you both have naked pictures of me and that sheep.
You can hear us?
You can hear our thoughts?
Yes, after all white people in government are robots. Robots with serious lawyer's degrees. You will be assimilated. You will be assimilated. You will be assimilated. You will be assimilated. You will be as you will
We now return you to your regular scheduled program.
Happening is about to shift over to.
Okay, we have to have a screening process.
I haven't seen that for the whole skit for so long. Oh man, my eyes are watering watching it.
Remember when we made that skit, man? It was like we were right in the middle of filming something else, and then no, that's the Hype Indian one. But with that one, we're like, huh, what? I don't understand how this goes. You know,
But once it all edited together, it made sense. But when we're doing it, it's like, this is gonna suck, man.
yeah, we're
It was
like,
good.
I don't fucking understand how this skit works, man. Like,
And the whole Hype Indian thing too was just because one of your buddies was shooting in the soundstage with his great set. Like let's write something. Let's just do it, right?
Yeah. I remember he comes over and he's like, hey, you have to check out this set, bro. Come on now. Come on. Don't make me get my best, put it on, and come after you.
Oh boy, they're running. Let's not bring up the run-in that happened at the U of R a number of years ago. Ooh,
yeah.
That was controversy. But we better not talk about any more of that stuff. We'll get ourselves in trouble.
Yeah,
Well,
so we
there's
went to the set and it's completely sideways. So like the whole thing, the guy like he built it. So he put like the carpet on the side of the wall. He screwed the desks to it and put everything sideways, right? So he ran and got the Elvis picture. I ran and got the green get up, the Hype Indian get up, and then I ran back and it was like, let's do something. Okay, what are we gonna do? I don't know. This is Hype Indian would be hilarious.
Yeah.
So we hopped in there and that whole Hype Indian part is entirely improv. I had no idea what I was gonna do. I had no idea what I was gonna say. Just Hype Indian would be funny here, but the way that we were using Hype Indian before was just quick. It wasn't meant to be long things like this. Like Hype Indian just comes out of ridiculous places and says, "Hey, check out my dope hot tub," and it's just like a little ratchety tub outside or something like that, right?
Yeah.
And it was just one of those things that it was like a fun little filler type of thing, right?
Yeah.
And literally guerrilla shooting. We went in there, let's just do this real quick, man.
That's how the magic happens, right?
Yeah.
It's like that with wrestling is the same thing, man. You can script out every little thing, or you can go out there and you can dance and read the crowd. And that's when it's better. Yeah. And it takes more talent. It takes more talent to be able to do that, right?
Yeah.
Agreed. Because you're totally. At the same time, you're not only an actor or performer, you're also the writer and essentially you're your own personal director at that point, right? Because it's just like, let's just do it. It's guerrilla shooting. Let's have fun. Let's just rock with it, right? Mm-hmm. Like there was we were out at my buddy's place where we're shooting all of our outdoor stuff, and he has his old fire truck, and like it's like an old fire truck. So right there, we saw it. Let's shoot it. Hype Indian and fire truck. Hey, check out my dope fire truck. It makes no sense, but it's
there
funny,
was
right?
there was so much crazy shit all over that guy's yard that like I think what we ended up doing just about that entire morning was like, okay, here's the shooting thing, right? And like our assistant had our sides all printed out and in our schedule all ready to go. And instead, it's like, there's so much shit out here. I'm already dressed like Hype Indian. My hair's out of the braids. It's poofy because I had long hair back then, right? So it's poofy, it's long. And fuck, we did like 10 of those hype Indians. We just went to all these different crazy things that were laying around his yard. It's like, hey, check out my dope hot tub, check out my dope bathroom, check out my dope fire truck, check out my dope tractor, and like all kinds of things, right? But and like his tractor was like a little mini racing tractor that he had out there. It was kind of funny looking. So it's like,
and a big shout out to Jim Sinclair, because you know what, he just like, oh, come on guys, come on over, let's do it, let's have fun.
Nice.
oh,
We had him in. Sorry, I just got to go in this part.
Yeah,
we had him in this one skit. He said, "Hey, you want to be in the show?" So yeah, sure. And he just all smiles all the time. He's just a fun guy, right? And so he's supposed to be getting mad at I forget who it was, but he's supposed to be getting mad. Hey, you get off my property! But he has this big shit-eating grin on his face. We're like, no, get mad. And he's like,
having fun, yeah.
Okay, and he's just smiling, right?
Hey, get off my property. It's like, no, matter.
And then
just enjoying it too much, yeah.
Oh, totally. And the guy's always smiling regardless, right? And then we did some promos for Roadblock Wear, a t-shirt thing that we were doing there for a while. And so anyway, I phoned him up and said, hey bro, like we want to do this Roadblock thing. And he's like, oh, I got a perfect thing for you. So what he does is, like, in front of his yard, he has a grid road coming from the main highway type of thing, right? And he has a Quonset one size house on the other, but there's one part where it's a perfect shot for this. He says, I just took down a whole bunch of fencing. So he grabs his Bobcat, puts his fencing on there, and it's all wrangled. It looks like a low wire entanglement. It's an army term. And he puts it all across there. He gets these 50-gallon or big barrels, oil barrels, sets them on fire. He's got fires going and everything else. Like, this thing looks like a war zone.
He even added a busted up car and a busted up truck, and it's like the dude just totally went all out with his tractor. I'm like, holy shit. Okay, well, here we go.
And so my other buddy, like because he's an army buddy of mine, right, Jim Sinclair, and so my other army buddy, Ian Kidd, he's driving by.
Yeah, I know Ian. I played football with Ian.
You know, yeah, you played in the Rams with him.
Yeah, man, good buddies, good stories. Absolutely. I just remembered one. I'll tell you in person, not these guys, not you guys.
Sounds good. So he's driving by, and he knows Jim really good. So like he sees some weird shit going on, so he pulls into the entrance. And he stops and he just backs, like puts it in reverse and backs out. And he said, and so he phones us later and says, shit, I thought Jim just lost it. I thought like this was it. Like I thought Jim just went off. He says, I was going there. I was expecting to get shot at, man. He says, I just put my truck in reverse and backed out of there because I didn't know what the hell was going on.
Dude went all out, and like all I was asking was like, hey, can we, use your yard and maybe one of your old shitty cars that are there that's all run down? Yeah, I'll do you one better. He builds a gigantic roadblock with
huge roadblocks,
fire and fire barrels.
Wicked. That's awesome, right? When people want to help out, man. Right? They just do that just to help out the show.
Yeah.
And again, the biggest smile on his face the whole time. He just have.
Oh, he is just loving it. He is just loving it. Yeah.
Good times.
So as we roll in towards the weekend, what do you guys have going on for this weekend?
Well, you know what? I think a bigger thing is like what's going on with the big announcement next week.
Whoa.
Well, the big announcement is. But first, we got to go do our research because we heard that there's Sasquatches out in Craven. So we're going to go to Craven. Yeah.
Sasquatch.
Yeah. Is Sasquatch suck? Sam Squanch suck. Sam Squanch suck. We're going to go check out the Bigfoots, because there's been sightings over the years. There's been even some video. And this video ain't cap, man. This, like, I know last episode, I was digging on, Bigfoot's all cap and that kind of thing. But, I was watching some of those old videos from around Craven. They got some pretty good videos out there.
No way. No, at Craven? Seriously?
Yeah. So we're going to go check out Craven and see if we can capture ourselves a Bigfoot. And bring Bigfoot back on the show because I have some questions for that guy.
So do I. I have lots to ask him. Keon, what do you have going on?
Well,
you're hunting Bigfoot.
I'm hunting Bigfoot, but other than that, you know what? I spent some time with my daughter, and I don't do a hell of a lot, to be honest with you. I just watch comedy and write and have fun and talk to you guys.
Awesome.
At the end of the day.
But I need to know a little bit more about this Bigfoot thing.
Yeah. So apparently there's been a lot of sightings over the years out of Craven, right? So out in Craven, you know where the Big Valley Jamboree is, or whatever the hell it's called now, Country Thunder. So where Country Thunder is, right? I just totally like, hey, I'm a Saskatchewan boy. What can I say? It's still Big Valley Jamboree to me.
Same
Agreed.
here.
F that. It'll always be Big Valley Jamboree to me.
Yeah,
So,
man.
anyways, so in that vicinity by Craven, there's been a lot of Bigfoot sightings, and no cap, man, there was a video recorded of Bigfoot, of a Sasquatch, of a Sam Squanch crossing the road, and these young dudes, they were just out driving, and they saw this, and they got some video of this
Wow.
Sasquatch, right? But you've always heard it over the years, you know, even indigenous people, even Indian peoples that are out driving and that kind of thing have been telling us stories that, yeah, down the way there's a Bigfoot down there, you know, and that Bigfoot likes to walk around, and they found footprints, they found all kinds of things. So I want to go see if I can capture Bigfoot. Me and Keon going to do it. You know, I need Keon's military expertise, and I need Brody.
Brody.
You know, Wavell, you got to come too. You know, I need you there, bro. We're going to go capture Bigfoot, and let's bring him back, because we all have questions for him. And I think this will be the biggest podcast. You know, hopefully Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, you know,
Maybe.
responds to our request, and maybe he'll be on
Maybe.
next week too.
Maybe Vince will, if he's not in jail.
Yeah.
Why
Or
would he?
Taylor Swift, right?
No, he won't go.
Or else Taylor Swift, right? Taylor Swift still owes us because she
Still owes
canceled
us.
out on us.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Maybe she should show up at some wrestling shows to show some support and wear a Wavell Star shirt instead of Kansas City Chiefs.
No doubt.
Exactly. So yeah, we're gonna go see if we can capture Bigfoot, bring Bigfoot back on the show. So we got Bigfoot.
So he's
hopefully,
gonna. So we're gonna have a Bigfoot, like as
as a guest.
Wow.
As a guest.
He speaks English.
Yeah, apparently.
Wow.
Right. Well, he picked it up, right? Because he lived around
He's
Big Valley
around them all
Jamboree.
time, right? He's around them all
Yeah,
the time,
you'd have
right?
to.
No.
You'd have to.
Yeah,
You'd have
yeah.
to.
Yeah.
Like, how are you gonna communicate with people if you can't speak their language?
Yeah, exactly. Like if you're partying out in, you know, Big Valley Jamboree, you know, you got to be able to say, "Hey, bro, pass me a beer," and have it sound like not a Bigfoot, right? Because otherwise, if you sound like a Bigfoot, you
People
know,
are gonna freak out.
Heat score.
people are gonna, that's heat.
Yeah.
You don't want to bring the
This
heat
guy's
on you, man.
weird. Who brought the big weird guy?
Yeah,
Right?
go back to your country, you foreigner.
Oh, no, someone's gotta kill it. Always gotta kill it.
Yeah, what accent is that? Bigfoot.
Starbuck.
Ah.
It's my File Hills accent.
So yeah,
help
we're gonna see if we're gonna bring Bigfoot on the show, you know. So we're
Yeah.
gonna go there. I'm determined to capture him, and when a Cree becomes determined to track down an animal, a
Yeah.
Cree can do it. And I'm
Wicked.
half Cree, so hopefully I can
Happy
do
you can do
it. Yeah. See, that's why you got to come, Wavell, and
Yes.
because like you're half, that makes us full Cree, and then you know we got Keon there, who's you know Métis, and you know
We also
I'm
got
actually
some
half
Dakota,
Cree.
you know
Dakota here. See, we got plenty of Cree in Dakota. Some Métis.
some Nakota in
Keon?
me, and some Soto, and some Scottish, right?
Yeah.
So
It's a
there you
good
go.
mix. It's a good mix.
Good mix. It's a good
It's a
mix.
good
That's-
diverse mix.
That's how we're gonna. That's how we're
Right?
gonna catch Bigfoot, and we're gonna bring Bigfoot back.
Oh, yes. That sounds good. So that's going on next week. Again, next Thursday, we will look forward to another edition of Throwback Thursday. Do you have any hints for the fans out there of Tricksters Comedy? This segment has been picking up some steam. Any hints?
Throwback Thursday. Oh,
Yeah, the
Throwback
Throwback
Thursday. I'll tell you right now that there is a whole slew of new videos coming out. You know, so be sure to go check out Tricksters Comedy on YouTube. Check out Tricksters Comedy on TikTok, on the four sacred social medias: TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and of course Spotify. We're gonna have some audio up there on Spotify, including this podcast. So if you missed it, don't worry, we got your back, fams. We got your back. You know we have your back. The Tricksters always got your back. That's that Coyote Metzen. That
Yep.
play. That's that Coyote Metzen.
man
We
bun.
always got your back. We're gonna have all kinds of content coming
Boom.
for you next in
Boom.
the whole year.
Coming up all the
Absolutely.
time.
All the time. Well, we want to thank everybody for being with us here this time, and we'll see you next time when it is time. However, in the meantime and in between time, that's it. Another edition of Thursday Night Live with Tricksters Comedy.
Hold on.
Bye.